Alright, I'm going to let you in a little secret, alright? For the last 18 years of my life, for first 18 years of my life, I've been a complete vegetarian. At this time, I got brainwashed into the idea of thinking you need to eat a lot of meat, you need to have a lot of animal-based protein if I need to really grow and build muscle and all of this stuff. But recently, after about 1 year of having non-veg, so quote unquote, I have made an amazing discovery which I want to share with you. For the last around 2 or 3 months, I started trying a new method of eating. See, I was doing a new method of training which seemed so powerful to me that it almost felt as if eating food was redundant. At least food, the way I thought of it, seemed very overrated after I started this new technique that almost had me growing like steroid like pace, building muscle and getting ripped faster than my wildest dreams. I'm not talking about some big scam or anything, some huge hypey thing. I'm talking about a very simple technique called fasted weight training. Just training in the morning without eating anything, just going on of water and pushing yourself to the limit and seeing huge gains in very small periods of time of just 20 minutes training at home with absolutely no equipment. Look, this is the thing. In the morning when you get up, your body is primed with a hormone called growth hormone, which is creating an amazing atmosphere for you to grow. And when you train, you also release a hormone called testosterone. These two together boost your muscle growth and fat loss, not only at that time but throughout the rest of the day at breakneck speeds. And you could be building fat, you could be building muscle and losing fat on autopilot just by taking advantage of this morning period in as little as 20 minutes. Now, what does this have to do with vegetarianism? Now, this is the thing. This method was so powerful that I decided to go on a slightly different diet and eat very less food throughout the day. My diet was typically like this. I'd get up at 5:30 in the morning, train at 6 o'clock with just dumbbells at home. Don't worry, I'll show you an exact workout which you can start doing tomorrow. But I did this workout for around 20-25 minutes and I would eat nothing after that. Now, you don't need to go ahead and do this. Surely maybe you go for a 9 to 5 job, you need to eat immediately afterwards. But again, we'll talk about that later. For now, just listen to the diet I went through. I was eating nothing after this. At around 3 or 4 o'clock that afternoon, I started having my first meal and all I ate was oats. And after a little while, ate some brown rice. After a little while, the only protein meal I ate, quote unquote, was paneer or what you call cottage cheese. That's it. I went to sleep at night. I was sure I was going to lose muscle. I got up the next day and I looked bigger and more jacked than ever before. Now I've been trying this exact same diet for the last 1 month, eating minimal food, seriously, and I have been putting on muscle and getting even more ripped. Even for a few days in between, I even cut out the paneer or the cottage cheese. I was eating no quote unquote protein. Some days I would have some plant sprouts, some kind of plant protein like kidney beans, but none of the official protein sources that you're supposed to have like fish or eggs or whey protein, chicken, beef, none of these things. I never had beef anyway in my life, but none of these things. And now this gives you some perspective, doesn't it? You're a vegetarian watching this video. You want to get ripped, get shredded, get big, muscular without having all those meaty proteins. You can do so using this one technique, fasted weight training. Just give it a try from tomorrow. I know right now your head is filled with information like if you train without eating you're going to lose muscle, but the hormonal environment in the morning is so conducive for simultaneous muscle growth and fat loss that you're going to absolutely crush it in a very short period of time. That is my first tip for you. Use fasted weight training. The second tip you can use as a vegetarian, and this is not compulsory mind you, but research has shown that creatine monohydrate supplement is amazingly powerful for vegetarians especially. Now what creatine is something which is available in most beef, chicken and fish, and it's made in a really concentrated form in these supplements. Sort of like vitamin C. You have a vitamin C powder or vitamin C tablet instead of having an orange, right? That is what it is actually. Creatine is supposed to be amazingly powerful. I'll talk more about creatine later for vegetarians. Again, this is not mandatory. You don't need to have it. If there's someone at home who doesn't like you having supplements, or you're worried or you feel that their supplements are dangerous, forget it, don't have it. It's really cheap, it doesn't harm you at all, it's going to be great for you. But if you're in any way worried, it's not mandatory. But please do the fasted weight training, you're going to absolutely love it. If you have any problems, ask me, and anyway I'll be making more videos on exactly how to do this in later videos. Now the third thing you can do is you can eat a lot of carbohydrates, right? You're vegetarian. Now carbohydrates can make you fat if had at very large amounts and had at the wrong times. The time you can have carbohydrates, the best time to have carbohydrates is immediately after your workout, especially after your fasted weight training workout. Your body is really insulin sensitive. That means the carbohydrate, instead of going to the fat, it's more likely to get shuttled to your muscles and fuel your next workout. That is a great time to have carbohydrates, immediately after your fasted training workout. Now if you're someone who trains in the evening, best time to have it, start having carbohydrates in the days after your evening workout, right? Another thing called carb backloading. Basically you eat all of your carbohydrates towards the night part of the day. Now I know you've been told that eating carbohydrates at night is bad for you, and I don't know where that came from, but this is a very powerful method of having carbohydrates. When you eat carbohydrates in the daytime, your body becomes used or taught to have carbohydrates and use carbohydrates for fuel throughout the rest of the day instead of fat, which is supposed to be your primary source of fuel. So you end up not burning fat, and you end up over time doing this, gaining a lot of fat. Now, if you have carbohydrates towards the evening time, your body uses these carbohydrates to produce a hormone called leptin, which is great for fat loss at night when you're sleeping and having nothing. Now, you don't need to know the science of this, but this is proven to be an amazingly powerful technique, and one that I personally used time and time again to lose amazing amounts of fat while having a lot of calories, pushing all of my carbohydrates to the evening and having a high protein, high fat based meals in the beginning part of the day. Now, the fourth method that you want to use, especially if you're going to do fasted weight training, is use really intense workouts. And one killer tip that I can give you is to start every workout with a huge compound full body move like squats or deadlifts. Even if you're working out at home with dumbbells, this is extremely powerful. I do this every day. I literally get out of bed, brush my teeth, do whatever I have to do, drink some water, and start my squats and deadlifts, and then go on to do a full body workout. Again, I'll show exactly how to do this, but you want to use intensifiers in your workout like giant sets, which is basically many exercises coupled together without rest and then a huge rest period. Drop sets, which is basically suppose you're doing a bicep curl and your hands get tired out, you just drop the weight, go for a lighter weight, drop the weight, go for a lighter weight, and extend the set to build more lactic acid in your muscles, which builds even more growth hormone. And in the morning when your growth hormone is already high, this is killer. You will start seeing very soon why I recommend this method, because with very minimum food, just using the hormonal environment of your body in the morning, you're going to build huge amounts of muscle and burn huge amounts of fat. More tips coming very soon. Make sure you whitelist my email address, akshay.akshaykrish92@gmail.com. See you in the next video. Akshay out.